Most people think getting smart means getting a PhD in something, or even just getting good grades. But actually, this isn't true at all. I know what you're thinking, how is this random guy's video about how to get smart going to be better than the millions of other videos with that exact same title that I've seen before? Well, simple. This video is going to be more epic, explosive, and awesome. Just kidding, it'll be none of those things, but it's Minecraft, so shut up. Unlike previous videos I've made, I actually have some experience in this topic, or at least I thought I did. You see, when I was younger, I basically was an academic weapon. I was always at the top of my class, and I actually even skipped grades because I was so good at school. However, as I got older, I quickly discovered that 1. College is a lot harder, and 2. None of the stuff I learned even matters anyway, seeing as I'm just as broke and bad with women as everybody else is. So here's the actual process to becoming smart. Step 1, pick something you actually want to learn about. Believe it or not, the topic you choose doesn't have to be self-improvement, productivity, or even talking to people, and can actually just be something you're genuinely interested in. For example, people who watch this channel are deeply interested in the topic of how to get views on the worst videos you could possibly imagine. Step 2 of the process is actually learning about that thing. Unlike something like starting a business, learning is unique in that literally anyone can do it, and it's completely up to you how successful you are with it. And also in that it's not rigged against you, but that's a topic for a different video. But really, anybody can read books, take courses, or even just watch YouTube videos to learn new things. However, if you do these things, you'll encounter a common problem: being bored as frick. This is the part not even easy actually told you about. Learning is easy in theory, but in practice, it's hard to stare at a book or even a YouTube screen for hours at end. Pretty quickly, you're gonna get bored, and then you're just gonna forget about it and go on TikTok. Getting smart is less about actually learning and more about being able to focus for a long time on just one thing. So how do you solve this problem? Well, first you gotta make sure what you're learning about is actually, interesting. The reason why school is so boring is because you don't actually care about any of the subjects they teach you. If you can make the subject you're learning about interesting, however, it'll be a lot easier to spend the time learning about it. Next, you gotta cut out the cheap entertainment. A big reason you have such difficulty focusing is because every single video you watch is 10 seconds long and has Minecraft parkour in it. Your brain is so fried by all this short form content that I can't even fathom learning about anything except for the TikTok Riz party. The solution? Get off social media, or at least limit the amount of time you spend using it, for real. For example, if you go on Instagram for 12 hours a day, make it 10 instead. The results will amaze you. Another big thing is just practice. People don't realize that your brain is literally a muscle. You have to exercise it by doing deep work so you can actually get good at focusing. You wouldn't expect yourself to be able to lift 40 pounds if you're weak. The same principle applies to your brain. However, this brings us to the most important part of the learning process. Step 3, remembering what you learn. It truly doesn't matter how many random books you read if you can't even remember any of the lessons from them. Your best option is to just implement what you learn as soon as you can. If you learn how to make a YouTube video, for example, you can pretty quickly just use what you learned to actually do the thing, make a YouTube video. However, some topics are harder to use in real life, like if you're learning about how to talk to women. So for these, the next best option is just taking notes and studying them as much as you can. This will hopefully help you remember the knowledge even if you don't actually use it in real life. Here's an easy way to practice this learning process. Click the next video on the screen and start taking notes.